I apologize in advance that I'm not actually physically in this video. I tried to record this video several times, and for whatever reason, my audio was not matching up with the video. So my mouth was moving, but in slow motion. So I decided that I would just put one of my paintings, displaying my painting instead of myself. So you know that my audio doesn't match up with my video. Anyways, I was watching several videos this morning while I was cleaning my house, and I came up with a thought that I would like to share with others. In one of the videos that I was noticing, I was witnessing another brother spreading the good news to those out on the streets or in a park or what have you. And I noticed that I really liked his technique of how he was engaging with others, because I'm sure you've experienced this many times throughout your own life, but there are so many people that you interact with that talk at each other. Now, what I mean by talking at each other is, one person will start talking to say, what they've been up to, what their thoughts are on a particular subject, and, what they plan on doing the rest of their day or tomorrow or so on. And then they stop talking, and then it's as if unspoken, the other person does the same thing. They just take their turn to say, this is what I've been up to. These are my thoughts on this particular subject, sometimes on the subject that the other person was discussing or their own. And then they'll say, this is what I plan to do the rest of the day, and so on. And then they walk away, and neither one of them feel like they're fulfilled. They don't have that fulfilled feeling that, people will say nicely and respectfully that, oh, it was so nice to see you, and it was so nice to catch up with you, but it's a conversation that you probably won't remember, an hour from now or the next day or so on. When there are two people that are truly engaging with one another, it's memorable, and you actually are laughing and sharing and listening to one another. So long story short, so I saw this one brother spreading the good news to other people, and what I noticed that was different about his technique is, for one, he was asking the person their name. I'm not sure how many of you have engaged with different people, and when they give you their name, most of the time you don't even remember even that. So what I try to do is, when somebody gives me their name, I try to put their name in the actual conversation, because that way it helps me to remember who they were. And then the other thing that he would do is he would start asking the other person questions and sincerely want to know the other person's answers. And you can tell when somebody truly cares about you and they really are interested in what you have to say. So, to break this down, I know that there are a lot of people who are interested in spreading the good news and the truth to others, but I feel like there's people just start off just talking at them and saying Jesus this and Jesus that. And honestly, I feel like people, you can't go A to Z. I feel like you have to start off with the basics and be interacting just simply with someone and letting them know that you care about them and that you are different than what they're normally used to. That when you're done talking to that person, they notice a huge difference in the conversation that they had with you versus hundreds of other people who talk at them. So it's something to think about, that it's best to plant seeds and not, you know, plant a whole shrubbery of bushes or forest of trees where you're overwhelming the person, where they feel like, again, that you are talking at them, that you don't really care about them as a person, that the only thing you care about is the message that you're giving to them. So that was just a thought of mine that I had while I was cleaning my house. I hope that maybe this message is helpful to some, where you know that we're living in the end days and you feel like you're pressed for time to give everybody a whole lesson on Jesus Christ, but how are you going to give them a lesson if you don't even know who they are and how to engage with them and how to speak to them? So that's all I wanted to say. I hope this was insightful, and I hope that this message um, is helpful to some of you who have been trying to talk to others, but people just don't want to hear you. Start off small, start off simply, and when your heart is in the conversation, it shows. So that's all I wanted to say. I hope you have a very blessed day, and yeah, have a good one.